Warning.
Good morning.
Warning.
Warning.
Sirens. Sound effects. Foxy's
Well,
got another freaking joke.
I'm struggling to find a good one this morning.
You're, as opposed to the other mornings?
Yeah.
I wondered if that was going to get a bite, but not really. You're busy researching.
I got a good one. You ready?
Okay.
What did the priest do at the carnival?
No.
He got faith paint.
Welcome to the Tradies in Business podcast with your hosts Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Divert your phone and grab a brew as Waz and Nick unpack tips, tales, secrets and stuff-ups from guests both inside and outside your trade, helping educate and inspire you to break the cycle of gut-busting and money stress and create a true trade business.
That could have been really dangerous, Coxie.
I know. I took it to the right spot. I was very careful.
Straying into religion.
Oh, I could talk religion all day. People might not like me at the end of it, but I'd give it a good old crack.
Kind of sounds like a business seminar.
It does, doesn't it? Stand up and be healed.
Run to the back of the room and we'll save you from your business.
I'm going to 10x your business.
Aren't we about to do that?
I'm not going to 10x anyone's business. That sounds like the biggest load of wankery bullshit I've ever heard.
It is a fair bit of crap. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I've been to many of those seminars.
Have you ever walked across hot coals?
I have walked on hot coals, Coxie.
Oh, did it have that transformational moment in your life that changed your direction moving forward forevermore?
Yeah, I got divorced not long after that. I shit you not.
We're not going to have anyone walking across hot coals at our events. I promise you, you will walk out of the room still married. It's
a funny thing though, because you and I joke about some of these seminars and workshops, and as you know, listeners, we're rabbiting on about the fact we're about to hit the road and do some free training and give you all this value, and it's going to be amazing, and all you got to do is come along to a free event. We're going to transform your trade business and blah, blah, wank. Here's another one of these stitch-up gigs. And it's easy to actually look at a lot of the, I don't know, programs, workshops, seminars, whatever the hell you want to call them, that I've been to over the years and think exactly the same thing. And I had a bit of that fear going into them, to be honest. And there's plenty I've avoided because I thought, fuck that. I'm not, oh, by the way, this is a fucking Friday, listeners. I'm not going to that shit. I'm going to feel like a weirdo and I'm going to feel uncomfortable and they're going to call me out, and it's just not something I wanted to go and participate in. And then, you know, the shitty thing about some of them is I spoke to people who went and they were like, oh my gosh, it was fucking amazing. Yeah, there was a couple of wankers on stage. We just ignored that, or we went outside for a coffee. But this session about whatever it might have been, you know, whether it was digital marketing or how to sell products online on Amazon and make a bazillion dollars. And I've actually had the opportunity to attend some of those years and years and years ago before it was actually a thing. Thought, what a load of shit. No one's going to make any money out of doing that. And here we are in 2022. There's friggin' millionaires selling products on Amazon and eBay and stuff. So, yeah, you know, we don't always know what's best for us in the moment, Coxie.
We don't. I had an opportunity. I've shared this story with you many years ago when business was kind of in the tough stuff. The builder had one of his breakdowns. We're doing some hard stuff. An associate that I knew said, come along to this conference. Now, I was probably less risk adverse to conferences given my more corporate background. It's something you do all the time in corporate world. And so I thought, you know what, bugger it, I'll just go for the day. If nothing else, I'm going to walk out of there with some new contacts. I will have met some new people. I don't know where this business journey of mine's going to end up. So, you know, perhaps I'll find the next person that wants to employ me rather than trying to make any difference to this business that we had in construction. So I went along. I was still a little skeptical. And to be quite frank, it was a full day seminar. And it was with one of the best business coaches, I'll call it. I think he's a great guy, fantastic business coach. I still have the book where I took my notes. I still refer back to it with Warwick all of the time. We talk a lot about some of those tips and tools that he gave on the day. And yes, it was an event in which at the end of the day, there was an offer made around his program, which I did not take up. I wasn't in a position to be able to take that up at the time. But you know what? I actually do work with him now, maybe 6 or 7 years later. We actually took the step to work with him at this point in time. So my point, though, is on the day, I just wasn't in a position to purchase. There was no, my headspace wasn't right. Financially, I wasn't in a position to be able to do so. But I took so many learnings from that particular event. I made some great connections that actually helped me through some of my next journey. And I took all of that free information away and used it in my business over a period of time to make some of those changes that gave me the leverage then to go on and do some of the other things I've done since. Now, I could have said no, and I very nearly did, if I'm honest. I could have said no because I knew that there would be a pitch at the end, and I don't particularly like that idea. However, I decided, you know what, I'm going to give it a go because if nothing else, I'll make those contacts. And instead of just making a couple of contacts, which I did, I made some contacts and I took away so much learning. It was ridiculous. And some of those key learnings we use at Tradies in Business, they were that important and that life-changing. Some of them we'll actually even talk about within the 21 ways to transform your trade business event. So I just, if I speak to that skepticism, yes, there's going to be a pitch at the end. Yes, we're going to talk about some of our clients that are tradiepreneurs. Yes, we'll even use some of those examples. And if it's not right for you, it's not right for you. This isn't high pressure stuff. I think it's really important, if that's the only thing that's holding you back, that you have another think about what you can actually potentially take out of the day, rather than getting stuck in, oh, well, I don't want to be sold to. I feel uncomfortable about that. I'm not in a position to purchase at the moment. We don't expect you to. We expect you just to come along with an open mind and actually take some learnings away from the day, because that helps us, I guess, towards where we're trying to get to with impacting those 1,000 business owners. It's really important to us that we do that. Not all of that is meant to be through our paid programs. A lot of it is meant to be through this medium that you're listening to us on now. And we hear from a lot of you that you go away and make change off the back of an episode. And now that we get to roll out some free in-person training. So not only do you get the benefit from learning from Warwick and I, you're going to meet some other trade business owners from your own local area in the room on the day that might actually hold the key to making some change within your business, or to new working relationships, or getting more of the work that you're looking for, or helping you get rid of some of those tire kickers that are wasting your time. So it seems to me like a pretty no-brainer kind of deal, but I get that others might have those fears that get in the way.
Especially when you think about some of the things we tell ourselves, Coxie, like all business coaches are wankers. And
not us.
I'm probably, not helping with that one. But, all free seminars are a stitch up.
Yeah.
Some of those things that we tell ourselves, and if you dig into any of those little truisms that we tell ourselves, all people from Adelaide are ... because we're coming to Adelaide, gang.
Adelaide, it's okay.
So we tell ourselves these things in order to often make it okay to succumb to our fears, stay in our comfort zone. And most of you listening to this podcast will know, because we've banged on about it for 8 or 9 years now, that if you keep doing what you always do, you're going to get what you always got. And so if you're totally happy with your results at the moment, you're getting everything that you want, your life is completely fulfilled, you're absolutely crushing it in every area of life and business, then cool. Let us know how you're doing it and we'll spread the love. But if there's anything that you feel like, maybe this could be better, or I wish there was a way to do that, or I wonder if there's a shortcut to this, then you're going to have to go seeking some new information and tell those fears and sort of inner beliefs or truisms to fuck off and just go check it out for yourself. Do something for yourself. And I think, as Coxie said, do something for your local area as well. Because if you actually run a better business, that's going to benefit your family, obviously, but your clients and maybe your subbies or your staff. Like, you're going to have an impact on the people around you. And that's really one of the big reasons that we're doing these workshops, is listening to this podcast, you're probably not the right fit for our program. I'll just say it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very high chance that you're not going to be a fit for our program. So we don't actually want your money or your business. We just want you to change how you're thinking a little bit and take a few tips away. For us, it's a specific set of clients that we actually want to work with. And if that sounds a bit arrogant, then I'm probably perpetuating the whole all business coaches are arrogant. And our mission is not, stitch up 1,000 people. It's positively impact the lives of 1,000 trade business owners. So you might be one of them. And it's just one of those tools, like something to do with safety or, social media that just cracks the nut for you. So I guess I'm asking you to just think about what's more important, staying in your comfort zone or coming and seeing if all business coaches really are wankers.
Well, we might be able to bed down that as a real truth for you. Who knows? All right, let's talk really briefly about what we're going to talk about in our 21 ways. We're going to talk about the tools that help you better manage your costs, pricing, profitability, and your cash flow. So if you've ever had, and I know this is a cyclic problem at the moment with the fluctuation in material costs and labor costs, it can be really difficult to predict what your profitability might look like. We're going to talk about some ways to get that under control. We're going to make sure or help you make sure that you get paid on time so you've got more money in the right place more often. None of this is guaranteed success. Of course, it's going to take a bit of work for you to take these key learnings away and put them in place. We're going to show you how to do that. And we're not leaving you empty-handed. We're actually giving you a bunch of the tools that will help you get there for free. And as I've mentioned before, many of the tools we talk about on the day are free. There are some paid options that have nothing to do with us. So we don't take any money out of this. It's really important that you understand that. We'll explain that more on the day. They're just tools or systems that we have seen make big difference in trade businesses. We're also going to talk about operational systems, HR and sales and marketing processes that will really help you create a business that works smoothly with less time input from you. So that goes to that idea of getting off the tools. Again, it's not the same for everyone. For some, it means completely getting off the tools. We work with some clients that don't work in their business anymore. And then we work with other clients that have brand new businesses, but they want to be able to quote within working hours. They still want their weekends off. They want time after work to spend with their kids. And then finally, we're going to talk about your mindset. So your mindset plays a really big part in how you become a great business owner. They help you create that business that isn't so chaotic and stressful. We have a bit more control and some calm. So we're going to talk about some tools that are used by successful tradiepreneurs to create better habits, more focus, direction, and personal well-being than you might be experiencing right now. So you might be a business owner that's been in business for 15, 20 years. I guarantee there's still going to be some key learnings for you from this event. You may be currently working for somebody else and thinking about going out on your own. There will be some great key learnings for you. And you might have been in business anywhere in between. And I promise, again, there'll be some great learnings for you out of this as well. All of this is really practical knowledge. Given that we've worked in and around the trades for a long time, a lot of these I've even used in my own building company. They're just good practical tips and tools that will help you create some of that change that we talk about so frequently here at Tradies in Business.
So there you go. Is free really free? Well, it is, because you're free to choose. So hit the website. If any of that sounds interesting to you, just go have a look. You don't have to register. The website is not some automatic thing where it reads your credit card from your mind waves or something. It's just a page where there's a whole bunch of info, and if you like what you see, you can actually grab a couple of spots at the gig. So it's tradiesinbusiness.com.au/live, because we will be coming to you live. As we've been saying, we kick off in Adelaide on the 13th, and then we're in Melbourne on July the 15th. So that's July 13 and 15 of 2022. If you're listening to the back catalogue, really sorry you missed it. But it's not too late to register. There's still seats left. Or tell someone else about it. If it's not for you, let your subby know, or one of your staff know who's going off to start their own business or something. Might give them a leg up and do something for somebody else. But otherwise, we look forward to seeing you there.
See you soon.
Hooroo.
You've been listening to the Tradies in Business podcast with Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Find out more about today's guest, tools for your trade business, and other cool stuff at tradiesinbusiness.com.au.